Welcome back, family and friends. So today's DIY is this perfume tablecloth inspired by Gallerie. I am going to attempt to recreate it. What you will need is one of these gift card boxes that you can find at your local Dollar Tree. As you see inside, it has nothing in it but a flimsy piece of paper that holds the gift card. You will also need rhinestones or gems or crystals. You can get those at the Dollar Tree in a plastic form. You will need an old watch that does work, preferably one with diamonds or crystals on the outside. You will also need to create a top with foam board if you don't have one to mimic the top of a perfume bottle. So I've already done this off camera. I just made slits and created little squares. And when I put it together, it'll all come together. This is just a piece of the foam board. I'm showing you it's the thick foam board, not the flimsy board. And you will need something to cut all items with. I have my Frisker's knife, but scissors would be better suited. And you will need glue. Also, if you want to change the look of your box, as I did, you will need some paint. So this is some white acrylic paint, and I also use black acrylic paint later in the video. I also use felt material to clean up the back of this clock, which I don't have shown here in the video. And I also use another type of bling trim, which I forgot to show you guys, but you will see it later in the video. So here I am removing the ribbon from the box. So you want to remove all decor from any box that you decide to use. And there's nothing inside this box other than a little flimsy piece. You could remove that or you could leave it in. I am just removing the leftover glue from the ribbon that was on the box. So you want to make sure your box is completely free of any type of glue or decor. Now let's get started. Okay, you guys, so here I am just trying to figure out where I would like to place my watch piece. And I think I'm going to have it right here in the center. Time to paint. So put a little paint down on my little plate palette. And I started out painting my box white because I thought that it would be enough coverage. But as I started painting and I put a second coat on, which you don't really see in the video, I noticed that I could still kind of see the silver and red design in the background. So then I realized I needed a silver or gray light paint, and I didn't have any on hand, but I did have some black acrylic paint as well. So you know what I did? I end up making gray with the black and the white, of course. I got it to the color that I was satisfied with, or the shade of gray that I was satisfied with, and I repainted the box. So that is what you see me doing here. I'm just adding the two together, and I'm going back over that white paint that I already put on the box with this new shade of gray that I mixed together. Okay, now that I'm happy with my shade, I'm going to go ahead and repaint the box. Just a heads up, you guys, you do not have to be perfect in painting the box. I mean, you want to do it as clean as you can, but no worries because the entire box is pretty much going to be covered with gems or crystals or whatever stones you decide to use. And the little red space that I am leaving open or did leave open was originally done because I couldn't figure out whether I want to cut open that space and insert that watch there or if I wanted to just glue it down. Well, I went ahead and decided to glue it down, so I eventually went back and recovered that little square space. Just so you know, because I don't show myself doing it here on the video. But I do go back and cover that little square up as well. So the entire box is painted. It was a little tricky trying to paint this box because I would hold it underneath and I would touch the paint or something. So if anybody might have any recommendations on how to get around this hassle, just leave that comment in the comment section below. I would appreciate it. So as you see, my box is pushing backwards while I'm trying not to touch it and painting. I'm like, oh my goodness. And I attempted this method, but I still end up getting paint all over the place. Now that our box is painted a pretty shade of gray, if you have any hardware that you don't need on your watch, just remove it. And here I am removing the band pieces where the band normally goes through, because we won't need that. So I'm just removing that. So now it is time to figure out where to place the clock. Okay, so I set my watch down on the box and I'm just doing a dry run with the rhinestones as well, just to see where I want everything placed, how to center it, and how it's going to look before I glue it down and make it permanent. This process is very time consuming. If you pretty much know where you want everything, then I would recommend you go ahead and just glue it down. But if you're unsure like me, this is the best way to do it so you don't make a mess. So now we're going to take those two pieces that I've already painted and we're going to figure out how we want the top of our perfume bottle to look, and then we're going to glue it down. So you just have to play with it to get the desired look that you want. Apply a little pressure. You want to make sure that it is securely onto the box. Okay, and it should look something like that. Okay, so this look is starting to finally come together. So now, time to glue down our watch. I used hot glue because I really didn't want it too permanent, just in case I have to change the battery on this piece. I want to be able to easily kind of take it off. Everybody knows hot glue. It works well On some products, it's pretty permanent. On others, it's easily able to, with a little extra pull, it's very easy. It's easily removable is what I'm trying to say. So we're going to go ahead and glue this down on the box. We want to make sure you apply some pressure. You also want to make sure that this placement is exactly where you want it, because if it's not, when you lift up anything off of this paint, it comes up with the item that you lift up, and it leaves the red spot or the decor on the box visible again. And if you don't have anything to cover it up, then it's just a headache. So make sure that you have your placement exactly where you want it before you glue anything down. So here I am again, figuring out where I want to put the gems again before I make them secure. And I do this before I actually glue them down for the remainder of the box. And I'm going to do all of that off the camera because I don't want to bore you guys with that. So you will see my finished look when I'm done with everything. So I'm going to finish up this look off camera. Basically, all I'm going to do is glue down the gems. I'm also going to glue down the diamond wrap around the top of the perfume bottle. And I am going to place a piece of felt on the back of the box. Also, you guys, I created this look for under 15 bucks. Most items were already in my home, but 15 bucks compared to 60 bucks, which is what it costs at the Gallerie, is not bad if I say so myself. Anyway, I love the perfume table clock, and I hope you do too. So if you do, please like, subscribe. Thank you for those who have already subscribed, and those who haven't, please do so. It would be so awesome. And like, share, and comment. I truly love interacting with you guys, so please leave me a comment. Until our next video, you guys be blessed. Smooches.